Alright guys, just finished up lunch and I actually got a pretty interesting phone call. There's a guy that farms some ground over by the store. He got my number from our friendly neighbor across town, and his combine's actually broke down right now and asked us if we would come harvest his barley for him. So I want to make friends with everybody that I can, just because, you know, you never know when you might need a helping hand, and that's the kind of people that we are. So the plan is to hold off on our straw, and we're gonna go over by the store. It's just a small field, but he said he was gonna pay us. He's gonna pay us to harvest. I'm actually just gonna hook the head up to the combine and pull it over there so we don't have too much equipment out. But he's going to pay us to harvest. He's got a quota. It has to be done today. And I parked the tractor and the baler right in the way. But he said the field has to be harvested today, and he's got a deal with the Quaker mill. He's got a quota. If he doesn't meet his quota, or whatever is extra over his quota, I should say, he told us we could have, whether we want to sell it or we can bring it back to the farm and put it in our bins. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Driving this combine into town is not exciting me whatsoever, especially with the duals. So. But I am gonna go right up here to town. I'll figure out a good place to park this. Like I said, yeah, this traffic is not gonna be fun with the duals on this combine and pulling the head. But it looks like that car slowed down a little bit for us. So we take up pretty much the whole road here. There's no real shortcut either. We have to travel this way. Try not to take out any signs along the way. But I think it's good to create some relationships with some of the other farmers around. You know, if we were in need and our combine was broke down, we would hope that somebody would come help us out. So we're going to try to help them out. So I'm going to zip over here to the shop, try to find a place that I can park this header trailer to where I can get it on and it's not in the way, and I'll bring you back in when we start harvest. Alright guys, I just got over here by the shop. Field 24 is the one where we have to harvest. There's no good place to put the head cart to where we could get it easily, so we just sat it over here in this empty lot across from the shop. Now we have to try to get up probably one of the busiest roads in the county rather quickly. I'm gonna zip as far up here as I can. Try to get to the other side of the field here. Doesn't look like anybody's coming, so. Spin in here and get this harvest underway. See how much we can get done before we have to run back and get the trailer. I offered to make straw off of this, but he said he wasn't interested. He just wanted to broadcast it back out onto the field, so I wasn't going to try to argue with him, you know, even though we would have liked a straw. I didn't want him to get upset if we tried to argue and, you know, not want to hire us anymore. So we're just going to do what he wants. He wants to broadcast it back out, so that's what he gets. Some of these trees are super close to the field, probably tearing the equipment up a little bit, but this is just a small little field. I don't know. Looks like it's yielding pretty good. I mean, we're only halfway around. We're already at about 30%, so it's not too bad. We'll fill the harvester up. See if Grandma will come pick us up, maybe run us back to get the truck. It's the only thing about being a one-person operation is I bumped into that a little bit. That's going to cost some money to repair. I don't know why he wouldn't cut some of these trees down, but not our field, not our business. But has to be done today. It's already almost 2 o'clock, so I don't want to stop for much. I might even get Grandma on the phone here in a minute and see if she wants to come down here and pick us up, because we are already half full. Get the truck down here. Once the truck's down here, I think we can roll through this field pretty quickly. But I don't think it's going to take long to fill the truck. Might even have to make 2 trips, to be completely honest. But hoping I don't know what his quota's for, but I'm really hoping it's not much. That way we get a lot of extra barley out of this field. Try to make another headlands here. Maybe we'll just make an end pass here and zip back around. That's what we're gonna do. Maybe just spin around here. Zip around, just drive down until we're full. We'll bring the truck right to there. But I'm gonna give Grandma a call, see if she'll come pick me up, and bring the truck back. We'll probably have to do the same thing when we return everything. So I will catch up with you guys again shortly. Alright guys, welcome back in. Grandma came and picked me up, and I got the combine unloaded. So we're gonna zip through here. Hopefully we get this done in a decent time. We can maybe bale some straw today. If not, you know, we'll get that taken care of tomorrow for sure. If not, and hopefully get something figured out with that field. If you do have an idea what you want to do with the field, I asked in the last video what you all's opinions were as far as, do we put canola in there, or do we go wheat, barley, maybe an oat? But I don't know. By the time you're seeing this video, then it's probably already been recorded, so I'm not sure if I'll even see your responses at this point, but it all kind of depends on how fast these videos get out. But yeah, I mean, I don't, we don't currently need straw. I mean, we will in the future, but we're going to sell our straw, most likely. And it's not something that we need for cows or anything at the moment. So I was thinking canola, just to get something in that field, but at the same time, if we plant canola in there, it's always going to be off on the rotation. If we left it empty until, you know, next spring, we could put corn or beans in there, but from everything that I've seen, canola is actually a pretty decent cash crop. So it might be worth doing some canola. And then we do have a little bit of a harvest year round. We're not only harvesting, you know, corn and soybeans and everything at the end of the year. So we'll just kind of have to see how things go and where things end up. We have some soybeans to sell next month. Not a lot, so I don't think it's going to be a lot of money, but better than nothing. We'll have a little bit of income. Otherwise, most of our income's not going to be till fall and winter. But I think we're going to do all right. We need to get some fertilizer. Get some fertilizer components, I guess, or equipment. Just something that we can either spray or spread with. This field's actually going to make quite a bit. This guy knows what he's doing. We've only really made basically a little over 2 headlands, and actually really technically only 2 headlands. This is our first main pass. I figure we made 3 over here and 1 over there. We're doing pretty good. Might even be doing better than what ours did, which ours was planted before we got to farm, so I'm not going to be too upset about that. We made out pretty good for what we had. But I'm going to get this wrapped up and see how full we get the truck there. Hopefully we get a decent amount of harvest out of this, and a decent amount of extra money, depending on the quota. So I'll bring you guys back in once we get the truck full. Alright guys, we got the field done. Combine's all folded up, header's back on the trailer. We just about filled the truck, like a slightly bigger field, and we would have been over full, but we got to take this truck down to the Quaker mill, which is in the southeastern part of town. Don't know if I'm going to be able to make this turn down here, but we're going to try it. It's going to depend heavily on traffic. We gotta make a left here. And just hope and pray that nobody's coming. And they stopped in time. Alright, we're good. So now we can just kind of roll. So we need to take this road all the way out. Make a right and head south. I guess we'll see. We got almost 34,000 liters on the truck. Not sure, like I said before, I'm not sure how big the quota is, but hopefully we'll have some extras. I didn't check prices, but I'm assuming they'll tell me when I get there. I'm hoping they'll tell me when I get there. I'm just gonna pull in and let them do the unloading. There's a lot of pretty scenery through here, though. A lot of pretty scenery. I think I'm coming up on it. I think it's down here somewhere. It's not this one, it's the next one. Yeah, I think it's here. It's been a long time since I've been here. I believe this is it. I think this is the place. I'm gonna head inside and double check, and we'll get unloaded here, and I'll catch up with you guys afterwards. Alright guys, so we got everything unloaded. There was not much left after he was finished taking out what the quota was. So we made about $3 grand. Not bad. I need to call up there, or call back the neighbor and let him know that everything's done and taken care of. They have his quota check whenever he wants to pick it up. Get the truck back home, and get back over to the combine and get that back home. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening, so chances are we're not getting any straw bale today, but hey, we made some extra money. That was $3,000 profit on the extra grain alone. That didn't even have the check in it for the actual contract that we signed for helping out. He offered to pay us. He's going to pay us $29, I think, $2,900. So we're going to make about $6 grand just from that little harvest, which is not bad. But I'm going to get the truck back up in here. I'll hopefully get Grandma to run me over and grab the combine after dinner. I'll get that back over, and I will see you guys tomorrow for straw baling. Alright guys, got the combine back last night. I actually got paid, as you can see, and we are ready to get our straw baled up. Not much else going on today. It's going to be a quick day. Just baling some straw and getting it picked up, and that's about it. So we'll zip on down here and get all our straw baled up. See how much we get out of this. Hopefully it's a decent amount. After that, I mean, I think we could be going into July in our next video. We don't have much going on. This down, and away we go. This fast bale is amazing. This is the only reason, or the only way, that I would ever use a round baler. Being able to spit these bales out on the run and never have to stop is a game changer for round bales. Missed a little bit there. We got it on the back. Get this picked up. I'm going to throw you guys in time lapse here and get all this straw picked up. So throw some tunes on in the tractor. Alright guys, baling is done. We get this back up to the farm. We made a decent amount of bales. Can't complain about that too much at all. So we'll zip back up here and grab our grab the case and the bale trailer and come back out. We almost made an extra one. We're at 97% on this last bale. I missed a couple little spots, but it wasn't enough to get us 3% to fill that bale up, so we'll have a straw bale in here basically when we hop back in this the next time, which will probably be for grass, so we'll get at least one more straw bale. But I'm just going to pull the baler over here by the shop, because we're going to wash it off before we put it away. But pull over here, park this up. I'm just going to leave it parked here for now. So we're going to wash that up. We'll come over and grab the case. Get this out and hooked up to our bale trailer. Having a hard time talking here apparently. Got it all hooked up. See how many bales we get off of these two little fields down here. It's going to be about a trailer and a half from the way it looks. I actually think we're getting more out of the other field than we do out of this one, but I'm not 100% sure on that. The other thing I thought about doing is cutting all these trees down and making this one bigger field. Just plowing these two together. Might be a wintertime project, but at the same time, if we put something back in here, might not be something we can do, so guess we'll have to make that decision. We're still gonna plant something in here. It's just a matter of when. Might not be able to turn tight enough. We'll just bump her out of the way. Down here, we got 15 on there now. 18. Yeah, we're at 18. I think we can squeeze through right here. This one while we're back here, otherwise I'll forget it. So 3 more and we'll have a full trailer. So let's see. Take this one, and this one. That leaves us with 5, 6, 7, 8 extras, so 32 bales. 32 bales isn't bad at all. Not for some barley that we didn't plant. But get these unloaded in the shed, go pick up the last 8. Try to figure out what the next step is as far as field work goes. Alright guys, I got all the bales unloaded, put away, got the trailer unhooked, got the tractor back in here. Get the baler put away now. Ooh. Don't know that we're going to need this for a little while. Just get it back here in the corner again. Pull the tractor back up here, park it, close this down. We'll go over and take a look. We have straw back in here. We now have 52 straw bales and 45 silage bales, so not too bad. Actually, speaking of silage bales, let's go check on our grass field, see how it's doing. in here. Go for a little ride. Try not to spin out like the last time I drove this thing. Spin out now, we're going to be tearing some crops up. Last time there was nothing up out of the ground. But I just want to check on our grass field, see what kind of shape it's in. I know it's coming up. It might actually be ready to harvest soon. So it's growing. Not too bad. Maybe maybe next month might be able to mow some grass and make some silage. But for the time being, we're kind of at a standstill. Kind of a slow time of the year. We'll find ways to keep our time. I'm actually looking into doing, like I said, and taking the trees out between 10 and 11 down there. So I'm gonna go inside, make some phone calls about a forestry mulcher maybe, and we can mulch up anything that we don't cut logs out of. We'll sell the logs like we did before. But I will get back with you guys probably after lunch. Alright guys, welcome back. We decided we're going to take these trees out. They got a forestry mulcher that we can lease at the shop. We haven't went and got it yet because we're not quite ready, but we're going to pull this tree out. We might leave these two. Not sure yet. Might just take them out. Probably just take them out. But so we're gonna. This one's fairly straight. Take a log out of that. Take this log here. This one's not a great log. We might end up just mulching that. We'll see. Take this log here. These are kind of messed up, so we're just gonna mulch these completely. Not sure about that one yet. Mulching this one, mulching this one, mulching this third one here. Not sure about this one yet. We're gonna mulch this one. These two big ones here we're gonna cut down and try to get the log out of, and then we're gonna mulch these two here on the end, and that should give us a nice straight. We're gonna leave these, but that'll give us a nice straight path across on both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop these two trees to that field, and then some of these other ones I'm going to drop into this one until we figure out what we're doing, but I'm going to try to get them all down here. Get it nice and close to the bottom. There. That's a big tree. Get this one down over here as well. So there's two pretty big trees. Actually, I'm trying to think here. Might just drop these ones that we're not sure about over there as well, since they're kind of spaced out. Down over there. Mulch these up. I'm gonna drop this one this way. Spot here. Get that one cut up. So the straight ones, I'm going to drop this straight one this way as well. Drop this straight one that way. This one back over this way. Mulched, so we don't have really any option. We have to drop this one out into the field here. Alright, so we're committed. We're committed to cutting these trees down. I'm going to try to get some of the brush cleared up here, I guess. Lots of brush. Almost a little bit. Kinda. Get some of this stuff. This is going to be a bit of a time-consuming project here. But it might be worth it. It might not be worth the time. It might have been better off just to pay somebody to do this. Probably could have came in and out of here and been done in a little bit of no time, but not too bad. That. That. That one. Oh, these chainsaws are a pain in the butt. Alright, so there's one log. Not too bad. Only a bunch more to go. So I'm gonna get all these. I'm gonna get all these kind of cut up and separated. Probably gonna take me the rest of the day to do this, but get all these cut up and separated and get the logs piled up in one spot. So I will bring you guys back in when once we get all that done and go pick up the forestry mulcher. Alright guys, welcome back. We got all the brush separated from the logs. We got the logs right here. I called the shop. They said that they had the forestry mulcher set out for us, so we're gonna run down to the shop with the skid loader and grab that, get it all hooked up, make sure everything works, come back and mulch up pretty much everything, and then we'll have one less field but slightly more ground, if that makes any sense. And then we'll have to get that plowed, those two fields plowed together into one, and get lime on it. And after we get lime on it, we'll probably put canola in. think canola goes in July or August. I can't really remember. But it's one of those two. So, July or August. And we'll be set after that. I mean, once that's done, and once the canola's in the ground, we're just gonna be kind of sitting idle for a little bit. Oh, they still got the spreader in here. In here. Attached. Let's see if it works. Would help if I hit the right button. Everything works alright. So, load it up here on the trailer. All strapped down, and we'll just back around here. Tell you what, we'll just go out on the lower end here. Might be a little easier getting out down here. Head back over and we'll see what we can get accomplished here. Alright, made it back, got everything unloaded, so let's see how this works. Works rather well. Stump here. Works on the stumps, works on the trees. See if it works on everything else. Got one stuck underneath of me here. There we go. Seems to be working fairly decent, so I'm going to zip through here real quick and see how much we can get done. Alright guys, I think we got it all. I'm not going to return this just yet, just in case we did miss something, but nice and wide open now. All we got to do, plow everything together. I did mess up a couple spots here down here that are probably outside of the field boundary, but we might could widen it up a little bit. I don't know if we come straight across here, straight across from this field edge to this other one, but alright, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks guys for watching. If you liked it, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe. Next episode we'll get all this taken care of and we'll get some planting done. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.